So let's welcome Lorenzo Petrini, who brings a wealth of expertise and passion for growth and innovation to his role as Product and Innovation Manager at M3 Components in Sacramento, California. With a strong foundation in mechanical engineering and a Master of Science in Advanced Mechanical Engineering, Lorenzo focuses on the optimization of workflows for M3C manufactured products and fosters efficient, high-tech design build concepts. His deep manufacturing experience in the prefabricated building systems industry, coupled with his management acumen, has been instrumental in advancing key projects at M3, including the implementation of the Stratus software, a new quality management program, and production for some of the company's largest manufacturing initiatives. Known for his dedication to the team, Lorenzo leads with a focus on collaboration and transparency. His drive for continuous improvement is reflected at a personal level as well as the professional performance of his team. In his spare time, Lorenzo loves to experience new things. His hobbies include fitness training, wine tasting, cooking, and anything outdoors. He hails from Florence, Italy, and was born with an innate sense of the connection between design, engineering, and construction. Please welcome Lorenzo.
Maximizing efficiency of shop operations. It's interesting because I've been fighting against this way of calling our facility a shop for 2 years, so I'm going to have a word we can't now. We are a manufacturing facility, not a shop. Shop where it's where you buy pasta. Manufacturing facility is where you make industrialized construction. So the bio already said everything about me, pretty much. I'm a product and innovation manager. My role right now is to develop the manufacturing facility, the team, the processes, and everything that comes with it. I have a background in mechanical engineering, and most of my life I've been spending it with a sector that is completely different from construction. I have done automotive, I've done aerospace, military, and when I came to the US for the first time, I thought that this was a good opportunity to actually bring some of that philosophy into construction. So that's why I'm here. A little bit of a presentation about Mark III construction as a whole. We are a family-owned company, 50 years over experience, and $100 million revenue, 330 employees. Let's say that Mark III construction has divided in 3 different business cores in the last couple of years, where we cover MEP, components, and service. I personally work for components, where we have, for now, it's pretty new, $21 million revenue. Our manufacturing facility is 24,000 square feet. When I joined, it was pretty much empty. Now we are thinking about expanding to 80,000 because I cannot fit a chair in there anymore. And the component side is the one that is the business core side that focus on the prefab, components construction. I like to think that we sell alternative construction solution to our clients because as we have been hearing from everyone, this world is ever changing, and it's true. Our ultimate goal is to sell products, so standardized wall panels, mods, pods for sectors that range from healthcare to higher education. The reality is that we are still a little bit far away from that to be an IKEA of construction, but we hope to get there. And in our manufacturing facility right now, we have our MEP prefab stations where we have we do welding, we do piping, we have the HVAC section with all the sheet metal, and we have our component side where we produce wall panels, kit-off parts, and mods. So, lean at Mark III. I always like the definition of lean. I feel like the reason why a company should start thinking about lean and kind of living the lean life is because what you really want is efficiency. Like, we live in a market where we need to make a product as cheap as possible, as fast as possible, and perfect. Our clients, that's what they want. So what's the best way to approach it, apart from every kind of software and innovation, is efficiency. Efficiency, and have your team on board and thinking about lean. I use lean. I'm not a big fan of the term. I usually, when I explain this to the people on the floor, I always talk about common sense. Like, when you when you move in your brand new house and you are putting your tools in the kitchen, I don't think you're going to be putting your cutting knife in the bathroom. Like, you put them where you need. So I explain it this way to the people on the floor, and that's how they come in together and understand this. As a company, of course, there is a lot of lean practices that I could be talking about. A couple tools that we use to streamline our process and to make sure that we are successful at what we do is the issue opportunity log. Sounds really simple, needs to be really simple, because if not, people don't buy in it. Pretty much run all the different departments, not just manufacturing. It runs along the whole process of the project, and we like to keep it with a really positive aptitude. We don't report just the issues, but we like to call the opportunities, which is pretty key to just keep it a little bit less intense. And we involve everyone. We keep track of this, and we keep it really close, and we have weekly meetings about this. Another tool that we use is the lesson learned, which, of course, at certain milestones of the project, we review the issue opportunity log, we come in with all the crew, we review what we did well, what we didn't do well, and it's a simple, again, but really high impactful tool, and it gives you the opportunity and gives the people opportunity to talk and to share what is their experience in the project, and for us to log what we've been doing wrong or what we've been doing good so that we can replicate it. So, virtual construction, you already heard this term. You are gonna hear me talking about VDC a little. We have VDC for us is a key player where we invest and develop a lot. Due to the nature of our business, we do everything through VDC. Everything that runs through the shop has been digitalized before. And we had a turn in the last year where we implemented a new fabrication and management software that is Stratus. Before that, our VDC flow, and in general the flow of our projects, it was a little bit clumsy. No, I wouldn't say clumsy, but there were a lot of steps, a lot of offs needed, and with this it comes a lot of errors. And bottlenecks, even because you need to model everything, so it's hard to make it always perfect without Stud.io, which it's going to be fun. So after Stratus, what it is, as I said, is a fabrication management software. What it does really is streamline all the process from when our modelers model the buildings and the components to when I manufacture them. I can see I have live updates, live communications, and an insane amount of reduced waste. Our modelers, they are not anymore responsible to provide detailing sheets most of the time. We run at this point in our facility at a good 70% all digital. I have really good feedback from our customers because I was able to give them access to our dashboards so that we can see where we are at with each product. Every tracking status is tracked. We have QR codes. Everything that we produce is online. So whoever, of course with some sort of restrictions that I put together to not give out too many information, they can see at every time where we are at. So talking about manufacturing facility, I see here actually calls it right. The manufacturing has been developed from kind of as I was saying, a family-owned operation. We were succeeding at doing what we were doing, but we were not efficient, and we had a lot of waste, and we started looking into all the kind of lean manufacturing principles, and we started approaching more as it's less of a shop and more as a well-oiled and efficient machine. We have different single departments, as I said before, but we work in synergy, and we have same rules of engagement. We know the metrics of each single department, and we are able to work successfully towards a product that is so simple but complex at the same time that it's really hard to make it in the old-fashioned, or at least after trying what we have been doing lately, even the people on the floor, they definitely don't want to go back, which is awesome. Shop operations. The most of our work is going towards minimize expense, reduce waste, and get as many defect-free components as possible. It's funny because I've seen a lot of presentations today. Like one of the things that we went, I think, really interesting choice, and it proved really successful. We jumped into it. We are actually framing standing. Like we are framing all our components made with the studs from the Howick from standing. We made an entire system of rolling walls, rolling vertical tables, where we can achieve better flow, better numbers, even if we have only 24,000 square foot facility. BIM is really important for us. It's everything that we do is digitalized. We are running at full capacity to try and implement as much as automation as we can. As I was saying, we have a Howick Frama 7600. We are actually talking about buying a second one, which I was joking with JD about. We might be happy to put it in a container in our backyard, which might actually happen. We have spiral die machine, plasma table. We are thinking about buying a tiger saw. So we want to implement as much as possible to cut down every handoff. We want our manufacturing to read directly from the cloud, no errors, no waste. There is a fun fact after we developed Stratus, and Stratus is pretty good even at reducing waste. It does the nesting for you when you cut copper. This is an example when we're cutting copper for the first time. I had an entire skid of 20 footers, and at the end of the production, we built like 1,200 spools out of copper. The old waste that we had was like a little quarter-inch piece of copper. So what I did, because I'm a fan of Lord of the Rings, I took those quarter-inch piece of coppers that are 1 inch diameter, and I give it to all the people that are implementing Stratus with me, like the rings. So that was a pretty cool thing to see. So you put everything together, or our 50 years experience, our efforts in the BIM development, our efforts in automation and fabrication software, and you get a company that is relatively new, at least on the component side, that they can deliver efficiently pretty big projects, and with incredible cuts in the schedule, and with almost zero defect. I say almost because we have a zero defect initiative, which I'm responsible for, and not there yet, but eventually we will. In this moment, we have limitations, I would say, geographical limitation. We have multiple projects that are spanning around all California. We have seen an incredible interest in our state for our company, and mostly coming from the healthcare sector. We have an insane amount of backlog of work, so we are, sky's the limit. We are thinking about expanding in new states, franchising, and the future, I feel like it's really bright, and looking at all these people, looking at all this bright mind, I feel like we are going in the right direction, and we are working towards having Mark III components be part of it. Oh, any questions?
Do you have to deal with Oshpod?
Yeah, so we deal with them. It's hard. We are working directly with them to try and be one of the first companies to actually get our product certified with them, the full wall panel. I know that you heard this before, but it's a long process, and it's hard, but it's part of our OKR for next year. I think we're pretty close.